Okay, now a word on the Gospels of Matthew and Mark, the first two books in the Christian scriptures. Eusebius, an early church father, cites Papias, an even earlier church father, who had the habit of asking people to give him their verbal witness because he didn't trust what people wrote down in books. Papias said that people told him that Mark followed Peter around and collected his sayings in an unorganized manner in a very large book, and that Matthew did the same for Jesus in Hebrew. Now we know that there was a Hebrew Gospel of Matthew that was the collected sayings of Jesus because early Christian fathers wrote about it and basically did not like it. It was maintained by a group called the Ebionites, who were considered heretics by the early Christians because the Ebionites did not believe that Jesus was God, even though they did believe he was the Messiah. Nobody knows about the Gospel of Mark described by Papias. If it ever existed, it has crumbled into dust and has not been maintained. Although it may be that the Catholic Church has maintained it given their focus on Peter, and why they wouldn't want to publish such a document we might see when we take a look at the Acts of the Apostles. So anyway, that is the reason why Matthew and Mark are the first two Gospels in the Christian Scriptures. They actually had antecedents to what you see now. And when the church decided to create a Bible, it decided it needed to have its own version of Matthew and Mark, just to make sure that their version was the one that became promoted by the church, in particular, copying the books by hand, which was the way they did it back then, so that people could hear about it every Sunday in church.